Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader. It's Thursday night, January the 6th. These are the charts of the day. Indices keep rolling along, although we're getting long in the tooth, and I'm very cautious about the markets in here. There's still a lot of the stocks that we're looking at are on the long side for now. Some old ones, some new ones tonight. AERL exploded in November. As you can see, ran from 5 to 11.5 inside of a week. Pulled back, formed a little bit of a coil or a falling wedge here, actually. Popped back and then settled into a coil type pattern over the last 60 days. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that it began to move early in the week and then settled back yesterday. Today it popped for $1.09, 11% on nearly 1 million shares, and that was the heaviest volume since early November. So perhaps a significant price volume surge took place to break this out. And move across 1155 could accelerate. I expect the stock could move to 13, maybe 14 short term. And that's our short term target on it. AMRN continues to move forward. After the big pop in November, we watched this carefully, coiling and developing a nice consolidation in here. At that point, it's moved from 5.5 up to 8.5. There is resistance right here, right in this 850-60 zone. Today it popped 88 cents or 11.3% on 9.5 million. That was the heaviest volume since that spike in November, and certainly indicates perhaps that the stock wants to move higher. We have a target around 10.5 short term, secondary target around 12. AUDC audio codes in a nice steady rising channel for the last couple months. Last 5 months actually, 4 months. Here we go. Has moved from 2.75 to more than 7. Today popping 49 cents to close at 7.16, up 7.35%. Decent volume, surging technicals as the OBV, on-balance volume, and money stream reach top of the window. The stock certainly is at lateral price resistance that goes back to the 07 period here, but a break through that and we can see this move into the 9.5, 10 zone and perhaps even as high as 11, 11.5. BSDM. After this big pop in August and the following coil, the stock stair-stepped its way higher, formed another falling wedge here, broke out, settled back, and then spiked up to 740 before backing down in November and early December. It then popped, but couldn't follow through this one day, formed a 3-week coil. Yesterday began the breakout, today extended it with another 37-cent gain, up 7.7%, 1.4 million, the heaviest in about 2.5 weeks. Looks like it wants to take out this line of resistance, and if it does, look for a move that takes it up to the 6.5 zone and potentially as high as 740 at the November high. Beyond that, we'll have to take a look at it, but for now, those are your targets. Chelsea Therapeutics had a significant reversal day today after dipping in the morning to test the opening, the gap from December, this big gap here on volume. The stock reversed sharply, 84 cents to close, up 45 cents on 673,000 shares. That was the heaviest volume in a couple weeks. Certainly, if the lateral price resistance at 810, which is the target, is taken out, and we're just about a quarter away from that, you can see this thing run to 9 and then 10. Those are our 2 targets for Chelsea. Clicksoft had a significant day today. Earlier in December, the stock moved up nicely and then settled back at the end of December. Earlier in this week, it was kind of quiet, low volume here, and then today it popped with a big breakaway gap on 1.2 million shares, up $1.08 or 13.4%. A significant surge that takes it right up to the 2009 high, and a breakout above that level could lead to a long-term move that takes it significantly higher, although at this point we have major long-term resistance up here, so it'll be very interesting to see if it can make it through here, and if it does, we'll set a target at 12 for it. IGOI, which is a current swing trade of ours, has been stair-stepping beautifully. Popped, flagged, popped, flagged, and popped and flagged again. Here it is popping, or it appears to be. Up 17 cents, 400,000 shares, the heaviest volume in a couple weeks. Looks like it could make it to test key overhead resistance right now, around the 440.50 zone. Beyond that, IGO could make it up to about 5.75. That's our next trading target once we get through the 450 area. Local.com has been stair-stepping its way higher in beautiful bullish fashion. Strong volume on the upswing, low volume on the pullback flag action. Again here. And then a nice 2-week consolidation set in. The stock's been trying to pop and break through, but it's testing this line of resistance and has been unable to break through so far. 7.25, if taken out, could lead to a quick move to 9. That's our short-term trading target. Intermediate target up around 12.5, 13 for local. MYIPS, MYPS, also one of our swing trades. Over the last couple, 3 days, has moved from 15.25 up to 17.95. Volume has been increasing, so are technicals. The stock is broken out across lateral resistance here, and on only almost 7 million shares today, the heaviest volume in a month. The stock appears to want to move up to try and test the top of the intermediate channel, which could be as high as the 23-24 zone. That's our trading target for MYIPS. NVMI pulled out of a 2-week consolidation with a pop today, up 43 cents or 5.2% on 430,000 shares. That's the heaviest volume in about 8 days. Looks like top of the channel will be challenged short term around the 9.5 zone, but our secondary target, which we feel may be doable, is around $11. Look for that for NVMI. QCOR, QCOR moved up the last 2 days after testing lateral price support and its 50-day moving average. Now challenging the top of this entire consolidation zone of the last 4 weeks. A breakout here could lead to a sharp move, and we're looking for a move that takes QCOR up to 19 and then 22.5, 23 zone over the next few weeks. QUIK, a recent swing trade idea, popped this morning from 627 to 720, but backed off to 664. Still up 29 cents, but a disappointing close. Nevertheless, 2.3 million shares, the heaviest volume that we've seen in the stock since more than a year. It leads me to believe that we may see higher prices. For QUIK, short-term target is 7.5, secondary target around 9.5, 10. I think REDIF is getting ready, folks. REDIF had a big move in September, nice orderly retracement, popped again early December and then wedged, broke out and flagged, and this little flag was broken today with a pop of 48 cents or 9%. 2.2 million shares traded. That's the heaviest volume in a couple, 3 weeks. You can see the on-balance volume is surging to new highs for the years ahead of price, a bullish occurrence. Short-term target right now, if it gets to 6.25, I'm looking for 7.5, 3/4. And lastly today, STEC, also a swing trade idea of ours that's been working very well. Broke across this key resistance line earlier in the week, paused for a day, and then yesterday and today came on again, up 48 cents or on 2 million shares today. But it looks to me like we're headed for a run at the intermediate channel high around 24. That's a trading target for STC. And lastly today, and we have a couple others, TWER, Tower Stream, also a swing trade target idea, has popped, flagged, and now it's starting to surge. Today making a new high at 428. Looks to me like this can extend. Our target's at about 5 3/4 going forward at the top of the channel and lateral price resistance. But certainly a beautiful pattern with great technicals for TWER. Speaking of great technicals and patterns, ever since the price volume surge in August, Tower Stream has moved from 18 to 46, backed off, formed a bit of a wedge here. It popped out yesterday, tried to follow through today, backed off the resistance high around 46.5, reaching as high as 45.95, and but still up a small fraction on the day. I think if he gets to 46.5, this stock can start to really run. I have targets at 50 and 55 for TravelZoo. And lastly today is VIVUS, VVUS, which today it may have made a significant move. So it makes 69 cents or 7% on 3.8 million. The heaviest volume in a couple, 2.5, 3 weeks. And a clean breakout of this coil type pattern. Next resistance, it looks to me like around 13, 13.25. That's our trading target for VIVUS going forward. And that's the last charts of the day for this week. We'll talk to you Monday night. Have a good weekend.